Hi guys, how's it going? Pierre here. Specialty languages. Ooh. Specialty can vary in a whole different, have different meanings and so on and so forth. Usually all endangered languages are specialty languages and so on and so forth. But I'm going to talk about these languages that just seem to have a niche in our society. They're probably not going to go away anytime soon, and they're very intriguing to people. I'm going to mention about 5 or 6 of them today. The first one I'm going to put is Arabic. It has a far reach in terms of culture and so on and so forth, and in terms of people that speak it and location and everything. Wonderful. A lot of oil comes from the Middle East, so we better speak Arabic. However, because it's attached to a religious group, the Muslims, it has a niche. Even if there was no oil in the Middle East, because there's so many Muslims worldwide, and they have a Quran that's in one language, the likelihood, or the major language is Arabic, the likelihood that that language is going to be around is very high. Another one on the flip side would be the Christian language, or the Torah, which would be Hebrew. Hebrew is another one of those languages. It's in a small, very small country, Israel, but because of the reach of Christianity, it has there's a lot of interest, sufficient interest is generated in Israel and Hebrew and so on and so forth. The Hebrew scholar, or Torah for the Jews, there's a sufficient interest is generated because of that. So that language is probably not going anywhere anytime soon. It's not like everybody wants a piece of the action to Israel, so that's just not going anywhere anytime soon. So the next one we're going to talk about would be Greek, more specifically Koine Greek. Again, tied to Christianity, tied to Hebrew, tied to the Bible. Perhaps I should have even mentioned Aramaic. Aramaic and Hebrew kind of go together. And you also have Koine Greek. And this is another language that Greece, I mean, they're in serious financial turmoil right now. People actually still travel there to see the ruins and things that they've read in the Bible and so on and so forth. But the language, it's pretty much it's not really spoken by that many people anymore. However, it's still important because a lot of manuscripts and documents are in Greek, tied to a major religion. That puts it into my specialty list. Latin will be another one. Again, tied again to Christianity, was translated from Greek to Latin. The Catholic Church had this for 1,000 years. Everything was just in Latin. And I think just until 1965, just in the 60s or so, they actually decided to translate this to the native language of the people that they were dealing with. So for almost 2,000 years, you've had a situation where Latin was huge. It was huge. Look at whenever the Pope comes somewhere, do you think the Pope is speaking Polynesian? Probably not. He's probably speaking Latin, right? A lot of their rituals and things that they do is probably all in Latin. So Latin is another language that's probably not going to go anywhere. If they found a document or a manuscript that had importance, it's probably going to be written in Latin, Greek, if it's related to Christianity, Aramaic, or Hebrew. And because of that, people keep this language alive for one of the purposes of being able to translate a new manuscript if they find one. Another one I'd put on this list would probably be Sanskrit. It's said that almost all languages descended from Sanskrit. Everything just came from Sanskrit. So this is another language that's important, being that if we find relics and stuff of the past, we want to be able to translate this language. It's pretty important, to learn more about our past, how long we've been on Earth, and so on and so forth. There's 7,000 years, by the way. Another one would be Egyptian hieroglyphics. Yeah, I didn't even think about this, but yeah. People are so fascinated by the pyramids. They don't understand it. They're trying to figure it out. There's always a King Tut exhibit going everywhere around the United States. King Tut goes on tour and he's dead, right? So he goes on tour all over the world and so on and so forth. And because of that, what happens is we have this language this fascination with this language. It's more in pictures and everything. Like what do the pictures mean and everything like that. And we have this fascination with Egyptian culture, we have this fascination with the Egyptian language. So Egyptian hieroglyphics, probably for a long time, is not going anywhere. Any book, anything that was written in a major language of the day, or had a major movement of their day, and might still have documents out there, or they're finding documents to corroborate certain things and so on and so forth. Usually these are tied to a religion of some sort. These languages tend to be specialty languages. So if you go somewhere, it may not be the native language of there, but if you can speak Hebrew, because there's going to be Christians in that area, or Muslims in that area, or Buddhists in that area, whatever the case may be, if you can speak Hebrew, or if you can speak Arabic, or if you can speak Aramaic, or read it, or actually write it, if you can do that, people are always looking for translations. So that would be a specialty language. Thanks again for subscribing. You know, speaking of learning languages, you'll never believe these 3 easy tips to boost your language acquisition skills. Head on over to fluentfriendsonline.com, sign up, and we will send you an exclusive video. This is not on YouTube, and best of all, it's free, directly into your inbox. If you like what you're seeing so far, subscribe, hit the like button, thumbs up, thumbs down. If you want to see that exclusive video, the link is in the description below. Thanks again for watching. Spasiba, arigato, kamsamida, oshe, shia. Bye.